We're telling your followers. Okay. Okay, let me get some things a little set up here as I get. Now I'm just doing Instagram and Facebook because, well, what's happened is that we have so many other people giving live today. See, the members also help on Let's Go Help. We have members that take your questions about how they got this money and help, because I feel they're even more important, to learn from than I am, because I've been doing this for almost 50 years now, and and I can't relate to somebody just starting to find out about this stuff. So I feel that I may be a little overkill. So I like to. We have a whole bunch of. They're volunteers. They're members that want to help other members, and they volunteer to do that. And I know I could get you maybe this link to the program that I just found, that I wanted to share with you today. It is, wow, I mean, this is an incredible program. Now let me get the link to this program so you have it in the description. Yes. Wowzer, wowzer, wowzer. Yeah, I mean, here it is. This is a program in California, and it is money to buy a house. And, they're giving $150,000 to help you buy a house. 150, I mean, this is for down payment money. Houses are getting so expensive, and usually they're, if you get $20,000 or $25,000 is a good chunk of down payment money that the government has. But $150,000, I mean, this is crazy money, but this is what's going on. I mean, you can't say that you know about government grants. I would never say that until I saw this. And that's why you have to get out and look. Now, this is in California, and it's all over in California. But you have to look for things like this where you live. Now, I'm going to give the link to this. And let's see, I think I have the California office here. Yes, here it is. Okay, this is the actual application too that I'm going to put in the right. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put that in here. I can't write and talk. I can't do anything, I don't think. So that's a real issue with me. But here's the link to apply for it, and it's your California. It's the State Housing Finance Authority. Every state has a housing finance authority. Now, what I'm going to put in the description too are the websites of there's 7 places that you could start looking for help to buy a house, okay? And I'm gonna cut and paste this and put that in here. If there's sometimes in Instagram, they don't let me put a whole bunch of words in the topic, and I have to put it in 2 different places. But let me copy this, and I'll get it into YouTube. So you have that there. Now, come on. Something paste. Why don't you paste me, baby? It won't paste. Why don't, haste makes waste and sometimes paste, I hear. But this is, okay, let's copy here, and then paste here. Yay! It's all pasted in. Okay, so you can look on YouTube in the description, and you have all the links. You don't have to pay me a nickel. Actually, I wouldn't mind if, I think everybody should get this free, but I have to pay my mortgage and pay the people that help me do this and all that kind of stuff. So we have to charge. And so if you're a member, we charge $20, and we give out our own grants to members. We give out $75,000 to grants every month to members. How do you like that? Now, who else does that? I don't know, but okay, there's the live. Okay, so live. Why don't I see people talking? I guess I have to click on the live. Nah, come on, what am I doing wrong here? But live. Why don't you do a live? Well, I see on live here. Why don't I do that? I'll try it on a computer. See, I got live. That's a boy. Live. Now, why don't I see the chat live? Okay, there. Now playing. Where are you playing? Are you playing around? Oh, okay, I see the chat now. Why isn't it showing this computer? It shows me on another computer. Okay. Oh, Tula, how did it all go? Tula, did it go okay, I hope? It's just so nice to have you share your lovely spirit and kindness and love that you have. It's just so nice. And Charity, I'm not going live because we have members are taking the position of live, so I don't want to conflict with them. I'm around all day and I'll do this. So I know there's a lot of people who are members that also follow me on YouTube. That's important. Here are many great people in Hawaii that is not homeless. I have to look, all I can find is grants for homeless people. Oh, Dorothy, yeah, you can't, there's more than that. Okay, in the list, okay, if it's for housing, okay, in the list I put on in Facebook and YouTube is a list of 7 organizations, okay, that help you with housing. Okay, and I have a whole list there, and that's what you have to do. You have to do some work, and it's about digging. And the more you dig, the more you get. It's like panning for gold or something like that. I mean, unfortunately, it may be easy, but most likely it isn't. And if you don't have it already, then it's not going to be an easy one. And so you have to roll up your sleeves and do it a little more. There is only 40 people here. I'm sorry, you want less or you want more? There was more a few minutes ago. Oh, that's okay. We're doing quite well. I'm not worried about that. I mean, if you're in plus of numbers, I mean, I have to stay in business. So what's important that I help the people who are paying. I want the other people to learn too. I see 55 people, 95 people, oh yeah, 108. Yeah, that's on YouTube. It depends. I mean, it's all about, everybody says numbers and likes. That's meaningless to me because you can't take that to the bank. I want to know if I'm of value, and if the people I'm of value to, and I don't need a million onlookers or likers or whatever you call this stuff, in social media. That's funky currency. You can't take that to the bank. You can't do anything with that. And then it's appealing to a low common denominator that may even not be helpful. I lost the chat. Oh, I see the chat. Twyla, true. So that's why, all this social media stuff is just a way to get people to pay for something that isn't of value to them because it appeals to their ego. Ego. Did I say ego? Ego. Okay, here's what you got to know. In that link, underneath the description in Facebook, YouTube, the first one there is HUD.gov counseling. Now, HUD.gov counseling is a HUD agency, and these are free consultants that help you find a home, find money for a home, learn the system or whatever. They teach you all for free. Do not go to Google. Remember? Oh man, I'm just trying to get people not to go to Google. You're just going to waste time, going to waste money, and you have a good chance of being scammed. The people that do this for free are much better, much nicer, and because they only have your welfare in mind. Somebody is selling you something, has their welfare first, okay? Because they got to make a living out of this, so they have to figure out every which way and Sunday to try to get money from you. These people don't. They already got their money, they already got their paycheck and everything, and they're paid to help you. That's who you want to go. Okay, that's one. Number two is what's called ncsha.org. That's a National Association of Housing Authorities, State Housing Authorities, SHA, State Housing Authority. And that's the program that's the organization that has that California program. And it's $150,000 of down payment money. Wow, you could buy a mansion for that, right? I mean, you only need 5% down, so $150,000, like a $2 million house or something. That's incredible, but it's real. And this is real money that you don't have to put up in order to buy a house, because houses are getting so expensive and the people really need them, can't afford them. So that's what the government's for, is to solve problems that the economy doesn't solve for them. Because we want to be nice to people, right? Don't we? I want people to live well as much as we can. So that's two. So you call each of those, and that's it. You're not going to get anything unless you call. Not sure you may, and it may be lucky, and you may get lucky, and it may be easy. Other states too. This program, I don't know if it's in other states, but there'll be something similar. Maybe not that much or whatever. But I'm showing you how you have to find out what's in your state. You have to go through this process. If you don't want to go through this process, then I guess you don't want a house bad enough. And there's still no guarantee. Nobody can guarantee that you're going to get anything except the people giving out the money. Okay? So you have to you have to find the people giving out the money and get the details about everything from them. Otherwise, you go on your merry way, like you are now, okay? But you don't have to do that because there's so much out there. Okay, so we have those two organizations. Then another nonprofit organization that's in most cities is called neighborworks.org. Neighbor, N-E-I-G-H-B-O-R, then W-O-R-K-S, works.org. And they're a network of nonprofit organizations that help people, low to medium income people, to get houses, buy houses, or whatever. And also, these programs are good for real estate investors too. Not most of the programs are to live in, but a lot of them also have for real estate investors. So if you want to develop low income housing or medium income housing for people, then there's money like that. Particularly the state government, there's a lot of money for investors, and people want to be real estate, be in the real estate game. Lots and lots of money there, and that's where to check. So that's at the program I said earlier, NCSHA, that's the State Housing Finance Authority. Neighborhood Works, you want to call as an individual living somewhere, wants to live somewhere, wants to buy a house. They help you with that, and you have to find the local area. And if you go neighborworks.org, you can find the local. Okay, the next one is the Federal Home Loan Bank Board. Federal Home Loan Bank Board, their website is FHL, Federal Home Loan, BANKS, banks, FHL, BANKS, banks.com. Now that's a .com, but they're a quasi-government organization that give grants to other banks, so they could give grants to people who want to buy a house. And they have bunches of programs for buying houses, fixing up houses, being a real estate investor, whatever. You'll never find them on Google because they don't advertise, But there's one website that I have, and it'll be in the description below. And you go to that website and find your local branch of these. Federal Home Loan Bank has regional banks. There's about 6 or 11 of them, I forget. And you find the one for your region. You contact that websites and see the programs there, and then you find out which banks are hooked up with that program, so they could give you the grant. Okay, that's Federal Home Loan Bank Board. If you don't know about Habitat for Humanity, it's called habitat.org, Habitat.org. Man, you're missing out I joined your club. Well, Jessica, that's great. Now you have to ask questions. You don't join the club and we send you grants. You have to ask questions. You have to tell us what you need money for. The one thing you really want to do is download our 500 mini grant reports for your state. We have 500 grants that we've researched for every state, and all the main issues in your life are covered there. So you want to do that first, okay? And then also you want to get a copy of what I call the Let's Go Meta Grant Report. This is about 67 pages of just grants for every aspect of your life. You know, you're looking to buy a car, you're looking to, get a new roof, or get training for a new career, all that. It's all the questions that I've been answering for 50 years in that one report. Now that's worth a bunch, but I don't want to sell it to people who could pay a bunch. I want to sell it to people who don't have a bunch to pay. That's why we only charge $20. I'm so proud and happy to be able to do that. And I'm also more proud of being able to give away $75,000 of our profit every month just to members who need help. We give them grants, okay? And you could apply. We have 4 or 5, we have 4 this month. Last month we had 5. We had one for Valentine's Day, because that's a special day for me. And now we have 4. We have 4 every month, and you could apply to every one as many times as you want until you win. Then you can't apply to that one anymore. And just take the money and run as it. Do something valuable. People also apply for other people. If you know somebody who needs $500 or $1,000, you apply for them. And you will give them the money. That's fine. A member called the other day, is somebody who couldn't get all the information he needed to get on government programs. And so I said $500 did it. And she applied $500 for him, and now he's got everything he needs to get in the system and take care of himself. Okay, Habitat for Humanity. This is the best program in America for housing. It's houses at half price. They're able to sell at half price because they're made from volunteers, and you also volunteer your time to make other houses. Yeah, and so as a result, it's like a no-interest loan they have, and because the labor is free, that's the most important part of the house. It's a half price. You get $1 million house for $500,000. Yeah, that's pretty good. So that's another one to contact, and they're in almost every city and state. They're around a lot. And then also the USDA, Department of Agriculture, has so many housing programs. Fix-up money, walk-in money, down payment money, don't need money because they can give you everything to go, and if it needs help, they have repair money, all this kind of stuff. I mean, they have incredible programs. And actually, people in rural areas get a higher percentage of their income from government grants than people in cities, So people in rural areas get more government grants than people in cities. How do you like that? You would have thought the other way around, because there's so many more programs, it seems to me, in cities than grants, but data don't say that, and the data don't lie. The data don't lie, okay? So that's a USDA, and you find them by going to RD for rural development, then .USDA. Okay, now here's the biggie, is 211.org and findhelp.org. I like Find Help better because it is, because people want to call 211 and ask them for grants for houses or something, and they'll get an answer, and it won't be right. Because what you have to do, if you put in housing, you'll find 100 programs in Find Help for Housing. You call those people. You don't call some operator, who's going to tell you about a grant because that's just a small fraction of what's there. What's really there is stuff that's not published. And that's where the real good stuff is. And the only way you find that is by talking to people, okay? You may not even ask, because a lot of grants aren't even called grants. They're called loans you don't pay back. So you see loans, I don't want that. I want a grant. And you miss it, or one of the biggest sources of free money is called direct payments, and that's not a grant. The government doesn't call the grant, and you'll miss that too. So don't. Just call every office you can that helps people with housing, no matter what the hell it is, and say that you need help buying a home. I need help buying a home. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to say when you call somebody. You just have to get the balls to call them. Most people don't. I was that way too in starting this stuff, man. I was so scared what they're gonna, and I tried to talk myself out of it. Say, what are they gonna do? Let's go hand come out of the phone and grab your neck and kill you or something? No. These are humans just like you and me. And it's important. You need help buying a home. Okay, all the links are in the description. If you're watching this on YouTube, all the links are in the description, okay, that I talked about, and you have to start calling them. You can't go click on that, oh, there's nothing there for me. Yes, you don't know that yet until you talk to them, and that's the way you do it. You can't rely on what you see on the internet. You have to talk to people so they know what you want. They know more about this stuff than even I do because they're working in that area where you live and solving problems like this for people just like you every single day. They're the people you want to talk to. And we don't for some reason, because I guess we have this fear. I mean, I was the same way, but now I'm 80 years old. And seen a lot more and realized nobody knows what they're doing. So as long as you're polite and say you need help, that's all you have to know. So please start doing that. Look in the description. On Facebook, the same thing. Not Facebook, YouTube. Me too, YouTube. We all tube. And let me help you there. And if you're interested in what we do, we're at letsgohelp.com. See, my voice is going. God damn. I don't know what it is, if that's age, tired. I am tired. I've been working a little too much. And I think I'll get some rest, work this voice. Right. Charity. Thank you, Matthew, for bringing light into all our lives. Oh, God. Charity, wow. So nice of you to say. I mean, that's a warm hug. Man, we all need warm hugs. And that's why members, whether it's charity or everybody else, to love is reaching out and hugging other people, encouraging them to try. Because they tried it and did it. And you can too. Thank you so much for being there.